Yo, what's going on, my people? My squad? My family? So during E3, PlayStation Underground was actually playing 30 minutes of Gravity Rush 2. They had like this one demo that was, I'm pretty sure that was on the show floor at E3, and they played through it basically. And Nick Accordio, whom I've been begging so much on Twitter to give me a early copy of Gravity Rush 2, he ain't replied to me. But yeah, so he was like basically commentating while Shuhei was playing, just explaining the game's features as of thus far, like what they can tell us. So as of right now, this is everything we know, but to the best of my knowledge, I do not think there's a whole lot more that there is to learn. For the most part, we have most of the new things shown to us by now. So let me just begin. So about last year, whenever they first debuted Gravity Rush 2, they told us, we saw about those gravity styles. And whenever Nick Accordio was talking about them, he kind of was saying that there's two. Like, he did not make it seem like there was more to it to acquire. And so I'm pretty sure the only two styles we're going to be using throughout the game is Lunar and Jupiter style. And the thing, funny, just like a little fun fact, he said you'll have them at the start of the game. At the very start of the game, you'll have access to these gravity styles. And all it takes is swiping on the touchpad on the PS4 controller up or down to activate one of these gravity styles, you know, the stones, so they attach to your body. So now let's talk about the specifics of these stones, like, because these stones give Cat some new abilities and stuff like that. So for Lunar style, as you've probably seen by now, it makes Cat very light and very floaty. It makes it as if like she's like in space or something, you know? And so one of the cool abilities that she has with it now is a move called Speed Dive. That's what he called it. And basically Speed Dive is whenever you kind of propel yourself forward and you kind of start gliding, you can kind of control it, you know, like go left, right, up, down. It's not like precise, you know, like flying or anything, but it's definitely like a gliding, but with maybe a little bit more control over your gliding than a normal just gliding. And then whenever you have Lunar style equipped, your gravity kicks now turn into wormhole kick. And basically what happens in wormhole kick, you teleport in front of the enemy and you do a light 5-hit combo. And like I said, it's basically a gravity kick variation for whenever you have Lunar style equipped. So that's basically everything we have on that. So let's move on to Jupiter style. For Jupiter style, your attacks are you turn into very heavy, like way down, but that gives you some bonuses. It makes you be able to have heavy attacks. You have more resistance first attacks. You can block as well. And so the kind of new ability you get is Surge Kick, and it's basically a gravity kick to the ground that breaks, it causes damage to your surroundings and everything. And something cool that I noticed in this 30 minutes of gameplay is whenever you have Jupiter style equipped, say you use your status field, you can now make a very big powerful of objects. You know, it basically builds up more objects and makes it into like a really big object, and then you can fire that. And I thought that was really, really cool, because so that might not make too much sense to you. So basically, now I'm going to go into just the general stuff that I picked up from this gameplay. The status field, if you guys remember, that's whenever you get the little gravity field around you, you can pick up items around you. Now that one, you know, whenever you pick stuff up, it was mainly for just like little missions. But for this time, you can pick them up really nicely and efficiently use the items that you picked up as weapons. And so as I was saying with the Jupiter style, whenever you have Jupiter style equipped, and you can just not just pick up a couple weapons or a couple objects, you can also put them together into one big object, and it does more damage. And so whenever you do pick up these items with status field, it actually gives you a number of like shots you have basically, and it's so like again, it's very efficient. Like you can actually use it as part of your arsenal basically. And something else that was cool, whenever you're fighting human enemies, you can pick them up and just fling them, you know, and it basically counts as an automatic kill. I thought that is so cool. You know, for Nevi, you can't pick up Nevi and throw them, but if they're humans shooting at you, that we've seen in some trailers, you can pick them up and just fling them. I thought that was so cool. And so next, when Raven comes, we've seen that a lot. They seem to be shoving it down our throats that Raven can fight with us. Whenever she does come, whenever you guys are normally fighting fighting, before you do like a combined surge kick, whenever you're just doing normal attacks, she will hit the same enemy as you, and then whenever you do use surge kick, she charges up and attacks with you, making your attack very, very powerful. Now, something that is very interesting, and I'm not too sure about. So, in this time, it seems as if you have your ultimates. You have your ultimate, which is like those things where you can do the spiraling thing, or the one where you have some rocks and it shoots as a barrage of them. I mean, they might be different in Gravity Rush 2, but those would be like your ultimate, where you could pick them and equip one of them, and that would be the one with in the middle. That's a circle, pink circle, you know. But then there's another bar under all this stuff, like the little HUD, and it's another bar. And I remember Nick Accordio mentioned something about specials or something like that. Maybe he called that specials and then the bar was ultimate, but either way, there's the ultimates. Like, there's the things where that's the middle part with the pink, which you can do once, but then there's also another meter besides the health bar and besides that middle circle thing. So I'm not exactly sure what that is, because he did not expand on that, but that means that we could have some extra abilities. That's what I'm thinking right now, but I'm not too sure. But I do think there might be some other type of special moves out there, but only time will tell. So he mentioned that just like how we got those DLC with extra clothes, or the one, or in the normal gameplay without getting the DLC, you got the schoolgirl clothes, and I can't remember if there's any more. I think throughout the normal Gravity Rush 1, you only got schoolgirl, the school uniform. But then with DLC, you got the spy, you got the maid, and all that other stuff. But he did say this game will have change of clothes throughout the main story, not DLC. So that'll be cool to look forward to. He said there's plenty more side missions and story missions. He said the map is 2.5 times bigger than Gravity Rush 1's map size. And if you notice in all the gameplay, you can already see how just dynamic the worlds are. You could the citizens are doing their own thing. Their shops, they're all destroyable, stuff like that. It just looks very more dynamic and lively than Gravity Rush 1. And then he decided to mention some online play, which, for being a story mode, like a story-driven game, they never are that exciting. But they did sound kind of interesting. So he told us about the time attack with your friend, but this was in Gravity Rush 1, where you do the time attack missions, and then you can send it to your friend to challenge your friend, and then if you accept one of their challenge, you'll see their ghost. That's whatever. But then he also asked us something about a treasure mode. So he said you'll be put into a area, and you're supposed to find a bunch of treasures, I think, in an amount of time, and then you get a high score, and then you send that to your friend, and that you can challenge them with that. And so, I mean, again, kind of the same thing, just not racing this time. I guess you are, but you get the idea. So it's just interesting. They're just trying to spice it up a little bit, but nothing too big there. And last but not least, Nick Accordio, this man said releasing this year in 2016 at least 8 times throughout this 30 minutes. I'm telling you, he kept saying it. So that brings me to believe that, for no doubt, no ifs, ands, or buts, this game is coming out in 2016. Now, I hope that's true, because I need it. I need it this year, So hopefully, nothing bad happens. But because, like I said, he kept saying 2016. And he's also mentioned that we will hear more information on that topic soon. He said very soon. So within the next month or two, hopefully we can get a release date. But I mean, they need to hurry up, because why would you give a release date that's like a month away? I don't know. But either way, hopefully it should be confirmed for 2016, no delays. But other than that, that's all I gotta say. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it a lot. Appreciate it. Be sure to leave a like if you enjoyed this video. Please. I appreciate it so much. But other than that, that's all I gotta say. And I'm out of here, guys. Thank you for watching, and peace. You see, I'm waiting and they hating, and I'm sipping on my tea. Bad bitch walking past, may I stop you, please? And I'm hungry as a bitch, but this life ain't free. If I'm trying to get this money, I can't really shake a tree. I be working, it's 3:15. When I stop